versus Paulo Costa has the MMA community split, as there are several X factors that can tilt the fight in favor of one of them. So let's kick it off by getting Joe Rogan's insight into the fight. Khamzat Chimaev versus Paulo Costa has the MMA world buzzing with excitement, and how could it not when guys like Joe Rogan are using war mode to describe this upcoming fight? Just take a listen to how excited Rogan is for the middleweight contest and a few points of concern regarding Costa.
Khamzat is in Dubai right now in war mode. That guy, I guarantee you that guy doesn't fuck around when he's in training.
Those videos of him striking look scary, dude.
He's an animal. But so is Paulo Costa, and they fucking
sure.
hate each other. So Costa's motivated. You got to remember that Paulo Costa, that guy walked down Yoel Romero.
That was a hot second ago, though, Joe.
It was a long time ago.
He's the same guy who fought Luke Rockhold.
Right, but, you know, and also Marvin Vettori.
Yeah.
Didn't look good in that fight because way overweight.
True.
He's had some mental issues. He had a big one with Adesanya.
Coming into the fight, Chimaev is viewed as the favorite. In fact, many have pegged Chimaev to win the UFC gold pretty soon. However, someone who thinks Costa can spoil those plans is Henry Cejudo. He sees several factors on the side of Costa. Triple C is one of the brightest MMA minds in the game, so let's hear his thoughts on this fight.
For defense, and when it comes to hands, and when it comes to power, I gotta give it to Paulo. I really do, because he's a bigger, good takedown defense where I know he spends a lot of time. And then 3, he's fought guys like Yoel Romero. He's fought guys where he's been able to defend and then keep it on his feet. But I think this fight's gonna be, you know, absolute fire.
Now, one person that will disagree with Cejudo's prediction is establishing himself as the next big superstar in the UFC. However, Shab isn't known for his accurate fight predictions. But still, let's take a listen to see what Shab had to say.
Yeah, I think Khamzat mops the floor with him. I don't think he's competitive. And then everyone will go back and like, yeah, well, if he fights the same way he fought against Gilbert Burns, like, here's shots, fought like a dumb. Early in his career, you know, in the UFC, still won though. Like that's what you're gonna harp on. The guy learned from it. Look what he does, like Kevin Holland. That's the thing. It's not like Gilbert's some punk.
Chimaev's move, diving right into the deep end by taking on the former title challenger. But Sugar Sean O'Malley doesn't sound too concerned with the weight, as he sees Chimaev continuing his dominating ways. Had to say.
Khamzat going up, first fight up.
Yeah, I think that makes sense. He's so big. It's like they just.
Does he dominate like he did Holland?
Well, it's gonna be hard to dominate Costa. It was impressive to see what Izzy did to Costa. Yeah. Just knowing how good
I drank
Costa
wine
is.
the night before, man.
Yeah,
Another fighter who is backing Chimaev in the upcoming fight is Belal Muhammad. Like many, he believes anyone who is able to deal with his pressure and win is brushing up on his all had to say.
Khamzat versus Costa, who do you got? If I'm gonna pick somebody in that fight right now, if I'm picking, I think I would pick Khamzat. I just think that his grappling is really good. Costa hasn't fought anybody that's going to shoot on him multiple times to try to take him down.
For most, it doesn't seem like the jump up in weight is really a big deal. Chimaev has fought at 185 before, but never someone of Costa's caliber. Former lightweight contender turned MMA analyst Kenny Florian believes that weight could play a part in who will win. Just take a listen to what Ken Flo had to say.
And again, Khamzat, I think, is most dangerous at 170 pounds. Now, he has a tough weight cut there, and I don't think he's going to be short on power necessarily at 185 pounds, but it's a big jump up. These guys are very big. Paulo Costa is one of those guys. He's very experienced in that division, but I think a huge opportunity to get a title shot after that one.
Abu Dhabi. He cited Chimaev's fight against Gilbert Burns as the precursor for this one, as he believes that Costa can former champ had to say.
Gilbert Burns' fight was going to teach us a lot about Khamzat, and it did. It taught us that he's as good as they come. It also taught us that regardless of the level of competition, this young man is going to compete the same way. And he did. He won a very competitive fight against Gilbert Burns. But Gilbert Burns' willingness to stand in the fire and fight him is what made it a more competitive fight. Now he's got a bigger guy in Paulo Costa who's willing to do the same thing.
Now, so far, we have seen plenty of fighters make picks with solid reasoning and argument to back their choices. But Sean Strickland wouldn't be who he is if he used the same logic as everyone else. The newly crowned middleweight champ will keep a close eye on this one, as it could determine his upcoming fight. As far as who he sees winning, just take a listen to Strickland's unique logic.
Oh man, I mean, you got both two fighters that haven't really been active. I don't know. It's gonna be a great fight. It's gonna be a war, man. I'm excited for it. I mean, fucking, I like Costa. Like,
is it the memes?
He's just a funny, dirty fucking Brazilian. Like, he makes me laugh, dude. Like, Costa will make fun of me, and I'm like, and even me, I'm like, oh, don't laugh at this dirty motherfucker. But yeah, he's a funny Brazilian, man.
Cannonier can put together a, but if not a title shot, he could find himself fighting the winner of this contest. 94. Just take a listen to what Cannonier had to say.
We haven't seen much of Costa on the ground because he's no slouch on the ground, you know what I mean? And I guess he'd rather be on the feet punching and kicking at people than using his high-level skills on the ground. So I would, again, if I was a betting man, I would lean more towards Costa in that one. He's a big guy.
But now that we've gotten a sense of what the MMA community thinks about this fight, let's take a look at what the two men fighting have to say. There has been plenty of bad blood between Costa and Chimaev. They even nearly came to blows at the UFC PI Center and had to be separated by security. Since then, Costa has made it a mission to troll and poke fun at Chimaev, and the beef has only gotten bigger. As for the prediction, both guys see it being an easy affair. Costa even promised an early knockout at UFC 294, capitalizing on Chimaev's aggressive style. Just take a listen to what he had to say.
Crazy, and gonna end at first round.
First round? Really?
I think so. I think so, Bill.
Knockout or submission?
Knockout.
Wow.
No,
Costa might have his mindset on knocking out Chimaev, but Chimaev is focused on not only breaking Costa. Chimaev has been calling Costa out for several months now, and he will finally get his time to shut up Costa in Abu Dhabi. Chimaev not only plans on beating Costa, but also making him cry in the middle of the octagon. Just take a listen to Chimaev's fight prediction.
Good, feels good. Make that guy cry, in the cage.
You're gonna make him cry?
Yeah, like I always do.
Now honestly, that would be something to see. As the epic middleweight contest nears, we would love to know what your official prediction is. Go ahead and comment down below and let us discuss.